And here we are in this game, guys. We have got Everise, TD.Everize being the Terran player on the left of GSL Bel'Shir Beach, going up against Obsidian, who's actually FXO.Crane. It is a best of 3, and right off the bat, happy birthday, Everise. Me and him are talking a lot in this tournament. He's very, very happy and go ahead and go drink with his friends afterwards. It is his birthday, so everybody should go ahead and wish that Polish beast a happy birthday. He is Polish, I found that out. So, Obsidian, who is actually Crane, is going to go ahead and throw down his pylon down there, and then go ahead and scout, it seems. Everise is going to be throwing down a supply depot at the front. And by the way, Bel'Shir Beach can be a very rough map to defend. It's similar to tal'darim Altar, in that you don't have a ramp between your main and your natural, and you have a ramp that goes outside of your natural. Granted, they changed, so I think there used to be an entrance over here too, but no longer. You just have a very wide open ramp. It can make some issues for matchups like PvZ and everything. But right now, we're going to see that the barracks is about to actually be blocked by the probe. Nope, it does get down. And I believe there's also a full wall off too. So it's one of those unique maps where it's actually 5 spaces they just need to block off, and which is great for Terran in terms of getting down that supply depot and the racks. And I would very much suggest that Crane plans the scout timing to go ahead and get in before that barracks does get thrown up, because you see it's a very tight timing, and there'd be no scouting if he actually scouted any bit later. So right now that probe is running around, and it looks like Everise is following that one. His SCV is going to go ahead and start scouting down here as... okay, good. I'm also just checking to make sure that you guys do the game screen. But the gateway is now officially going down. Gas as well. Pylon. So nothing crazy has actually been done yet. Although we do see no gas out for Everise, it seems like he will be going for a fast expansion. First Marines going down, and we're watching... He's actually built it over here, it seems. He's already sent out that SCV. So the probe is actually still running around, but you can see the barracks has rallied the Marines directly onto that, so that will not be surviving for very long. So there it is. That's going to go ahead and fall. And there we go. It falls. I would have to say this blue is quite obnoxious against the background of Bel'Shir Beach. It's kind of annoying me. Can I Alt-F and change it? Apparently not. It's not changing anything. That's unfortunate. Anyway, 79's core is down. Everise is getting down his command center. And with that command center comes great income. I almost said great responsibility just to do that whole joke about Spider-Man, but we are watching as the bunker's being thrown down at the top of the ramp in a good spot. But if we're going to see the same push out of Crane as the last game, it could be ridiculously powerful. So I mean, this map has a larger ramp entrance than tal'darim does. So the defending of this ramp could be much harder. We are seeing that Crane's going to go ahead and move forward with this one Zelk and try and get the scout. He sees the bunker. May is trying to run straight by to see the command center, but I think he will not be doing that as of yet. I think he'll just go ahead and get that frontal scout and then just pull back and be happy about that. Now, he watches the Nexus, they get thrown down. So 1K expand out of him, so pretty standard stuff. He's getting out his Sentry, and I really like the fast command center play out of Everise that he likes to do. And now we're having this big influx of racks. And a scouting supply depot over here, which is actually really good, because this specific spot is a favorite of Protoss to throw down a pylon over here, warp in with a vision of an observer or a hallucinated phoenix or some kind of air unit, and then just walk into the main mineral line and just start killing stuff. But Everise maybe actually be taking advantage of this and do that push that he did on tal'darim Altar, and with this map it could be even stronger than tal'darim, which didn't do that much. We do have all these gates being thrown down. A lot of probes are actually queued up, and there's going to be the death of that SCV. Alright, so 4 racks are coming out now. Actually technically 5 racks are going to be out now. Supply that was going down. We're seeing that Everise is slightly supply blocked at the moment. That'll be fixed in a few seconds. Happily muling away. We can see how his production is being hurt. This is actually going to hurt the push by a little bit to have the Marines not coming out as fast as they could be. It will, however, help these barracks to actually build Marines at a more even pace, so that instead of having a line of Marines, you have a ball of Marines reinforcing, which is incredibly powerful because if you have a line reinforcing, they get picked off one by one by one. But you have a ball reinforcing, then you can have them all moving in. You can't pick them off because it's still a tight group of really strong units. And speaking of tight groups of really strong units, we have these Marines chasing this Zealot. We do have a few sentries, and with the good force fields and a good Stalker micro, this push will do nothing. This is an early push from the last game. We should be seeing, yeah, there's the robot there getting out an Observer. Not going for an Immortal, just the Gateway unit should be enough to hold off this push, but there we go. We're seeing pushing. EVerize is really actually committed to this. He's not going to be able to take down much. He's trying to go for the sentries, but he's going to lose all these Marines, it seems. Just a matter of what can he kill before they die. He's actually doing a great job picking off the Stalkers. There's no more force fields that are available, and we can see that Crane has been reduced to 3 sentries with very little energy. It literally only has enough for 1 force field, and that is it. EVerize actually salvaged that bunker, is rebuilding them over there. He's just now started mining from his first 2 gases. He's also getting his stim and combat shields. So his upgrades are coming in, but he's got to be careful about emphasizing the Marines so much, especially if maybe Crane's going to switch it up and go for something like a fast Colossus or fast Templar or something along those lines. But as of right now, he doesn't have much real tech on the field. Oh wait, Robobay's there, as well as the Forge. So it's not in the main, it's over here. Probably going to go for the attack upgrade because he's going for the Colossus. Yeah, the attack upgrade is going down. You want the swiping damage dealer Colossi laser beams to deal as much damage as possible. EVerize may be switching up and going for Marauders, actually. We see him producing a couple of them. He does not have concussive shells, though. He'll definitely want to get those out. He didn't get that actually against MK. Once again, a very fast third base, which I like, but he's got to be careful because Crane's going for upgrades and Colossi, and can hit a nice timing on this. There's the first Colossus being produced. This SCV is actually going to go ahead and be able to retreat and stay alive. But by the way, guys, yeah, this is no longer gold, it's blue. GSL is not like the gold minnow patches, so they're just keeping it to be blue. And there's the Observer going to make its way first through this thing. It's already, I think it's like it's already made a pass. It just might be running around. You're going to see if there's anything changing. As we can see, it's just now seeing the factory. And what an important scout to see. This timing of seeing the factory and the starport going down is great because it makes sure, it knows that it makes it so you know you're not going to get dropped for the next minute or two. Because if Terran drops are going to start coming in, you need to be aware of that timing. Because that way you can go ahead and just send out a few stalkers around your main base, try and defend them. Maybe you can delay your blink or something because of that. And if you can get that done, then you can have a stronger army presence at the front. So frontal assaults will be a lot less powerful against you. Now we have the command center turned into an orbital. It is being seen. We also are watching as the third's being taken by Crane over here. He's getting out another gateway, interestingly enough, at the third. I actually really like this spread of the gateways. It makes it a lot harder for Terran to do a drop and pick off all their production. Looks like the third Colossus on the way, as well as the extended thermal lance, and that's getting chronoed out. This attack that's coming in from EVerize will be a lot more easily defended if there's just extended thermal lance, and that's why it's being chronoed out, even though more other things can be chronoed instead. We do have a semi-proxy pylon down there, and EVerize has even spread out his factor to make sure he has the perfect amount of scout information. He's throwing down a few more supply depots before he gets supply blocked, and there's his third, going to be taking SCV transfer. There we go, now you have SCVs being transferred. You also have Ghosts on the field. Does he have the upgrade? We have a double engineering bay out now, so he can easily work on that. Should probably start getting out that armor upgrade, which he does now. Good timing on that. We're seeing, there we have 3 Colossi, all with thermal lance. We have sentries here, all with enough for a force field or 2, except for one that has 93 energy. Let's see the new guy to the bunch. This third's now mining. We're going to watch as these guys are going to take the gases. And this is a very frustrating Colossus timing for Terran to deal with. It forces Vikings when Terran doesn't really have a medevac count. We can see how there's 2 medevacs out right now, and that is it. And Vikings are already being made. It makes it hard to actually control an army and keep it alive. But right now we're having all of these Colossi just happily running around. They have that +1 attack that is so powerful. The Forge is getting the +1 armor. The Twilight Council is not done yet. Once that's done, then we'll be able to see the +2 attack or armor, whichever one's to favor. But this Colossi count is getting kind of scary. We're also watching another Forge being put down. We should be seeing this Forge picking up a next upgrade soon, but these Ghosts are now out, and they do have enough for EMPs. All of them do. Even approaching actually 2 EMPs each. If they can get those, land those, that'll be key. If they can hit the sentries, that'll be super key. But now we're having all of these Zealots out. They're waiting. They want that charge. That charge is going down. Very few Stalkers, interestingly enough. Watching that pound's been taken out. We're having the Viking count increase, but this Marauder spread is very, very nice. I think Everise is waiting for that +1/+1. There's the Ghost Academy. He's getting close to being able to get that down, but Armory? Okay, good, Armory. You'll be able to get the 2/2 when those 1/1 upgrades finishes, which is such a key timing to hit. I like the fact that Everise is so Marauder heavy right now. It'll be a lot better against the massive amounts of Colossi. However, the charge lot number is about to be obscene. Look at this right now. It's already 24 on the field. More gateways are being added, and a Temple Archives as well. So Crane is preparing to get that perfect endgame army composition of the Protoss. I say endgame, not late game, on purpose. It's that death push that you want, that massive amount of Colossi and High Templar with Side Storm that just decimates Terran so much to the point where sometimes it's not even a late game, it's just literally your end game plan. It's your kill plan. And if he can get that up, that'll be hard, because right now Everise has not really engaged. If he wants to try and win this battle, he needs a perfect surround, a really big concave, and position where he can go ahead and kite, and he can deal with the Zealots. That'll be seriously key, because those Zealots will tank so much. You're about to see Crane going for a 4th base right now. This Observer is getting a perfect scout and army position down there. It does get scanned though, so that's going to go ahead and lose its life. And this Probe! I thought this was an Observer, it's a Probe. Pylons over there as well. Everise does not seem to have a... Never mind, scratch that. He does have a 4th coming up. This command center is being made as this pylon's getting taken out. It's scouting the position though. Both players are officially maxed, and we have a double drop now happening, but what's the medevac count? It's just 2. Everise only has 2 medevacs, and that's it. This is a great drop. It's been seen, though. We can see that Crane is pushing in. Going to go ahead and start trying to get back his that army in position. Just going with the Zealots and 1 Stalker, as it looks like Everise's army is down here. We're trying to get the right position. This drop is doing a nice bit of damage. The units are separated, but now we're going to see Everise pushing in. We're going to get hit by so many Colossus. Oh, what are you doing, Everise? He's just taking shot after shot after shot. He took so many losses. Look at the food count. Crane is definitely ahead now. He's got the High Templar down there. Watching as these Vikings, there's so many Vikings, they're decimating the Colossus count, which is great and everything, but that's when these Templar are there to shine. All of these Vikings are now landed, adding to the ground DPS, and there is some great storms going to go ahead and land down there. Everise, though, is a great spread of units, and he's actually coming out on top now. The Bio units are doing a nice job of dealing damage, but Obsidian, or Crane, has got the upgrade lead significantly right now. He's got the 2/2, while Everise is still just on the 1/1. Technically his 2/1 just finished, but he didn't have that for the majority of that battle. And Everise is trying to reproduce, but this 4th base has got to go down. As we can see that Crane finished his now, and is going to go ahead and transfer some probes and get that happening. He does have a good count of, actually, both other worker counts are kind of low. Definitely favoring Everise, because he does have the ability to have those 3 orbital commands and everything. Able to mule on top. That SCV count can help his income a lot. But he's working on getting his +2 armor. Hasn't started his +3 attack quite yet, while Crane has got his +3 attack approaching completion. But we're seeing Everise pushing down the map. I hope he has concussive shells. I didn't look for that earlier, but he does not. He doesn't have concussive shells. Why not? You can make your defense against charge lots so much better if you just have concussive shells. It makes kiting it a lot more effective, because otherwise you don't impede the charge at all. You need that concussive. He's getting down another command center over there, and this is when Everise would actually really like to have a gold base. You can go ahead and mule that and help his income a lot. We are having Colossi continue to be produced, and considering how much Vikings were killed in that engagement, that Colossus switch is going to be really, really key, and actually a better switch than sticking with Templar. We see EverEyes scouting, looking for probably observers that were looking for the drop, because they could just go ahead and retreat and make this a fake drop. But right now, this is going to be deadly with a few Marines. What are Marines doing over there? I have a feeling that those are not hockeyed. Now we're having this big drop down here. There's not much to kill, though. Crane has really kept his main base pretty desolate, and he's just going to go for a counterattack. Considering, oh wait, everybody's going to retreat now. So EverEyes can do a good job attacking. These gases still have gas available, but the warp gates are being killed, which is a nice little move. But now we have all these charges. Ooh, excuse me, I just burped. That really surprised me. Sorry about that. Excuse me. But there we have a storm on all the zealots. But now we're going to see EverEyes could just retreat right now if he wants to. He's picking up some nice units, but there's going to be storms continue to happen. I don't think EverEyes can actually retreat anymore. He's going to go ahead and feedback could deal a little bit of damage. He will save a good count of those units, though. He's going to pick off that Colossus. Nice move, great awareness, and we see Crane pulling back down there. This Colossus actually still alive. Archons, who's got pulled back, can't deal with the Archons. They move faster than the Medivacs. Archons can chase down Medivacs. They're watching one last no, never mind, no last shot. But still, good damage was done. A few pylons and everything were taken out. Crane is still ahead, though, and the Cybernetics core was taken out. That is a nice move. The problem is that charge lots are really, really powerful still. Yeah, but EverEyes is going for this base down there. Please realize that those Marines are down there. And now we can see how Crane is actually being contained quite well right now, as there are a lot of Marines and everything here, and a good army. The Viking count is continuing to increase. Alright, so now this Nexus is going down as well, but this is so close. PF, yeah, that's got to be a PF. No way that can be anything but. That Marauder, the Watchtower, is now being taken out, but did EverEyes see that? Yeah, EverEyes is aware of that. But now we're going to see him going for this big engagement. SV transfer getting mixed. Oh, EverEyes, start kiting. He's got to start kiting now, or he's just going to get wrecked, and I think he's going to get wrecked anyway. Charge lots are here. He does have concussive shells. Finally has concussive shells. Thank God for that. But now we're watching as the Archons and everything are just decimating those Vikings, and now we're seeing EverEyes going below the food count of Crane. Crane is now, oh, he's getting so much more. There we see some big EMPs to take down those Archons, and this one Colossus is left. EverEyes can still make some good moves with those EMPs. He lands them on the Archons. Those Archons will no longer be surviving very long. That one does get picked off. This one's now off. The Viking, great job by Crane to take that out. But wait, does he not see? He misses his base. That's actually really huge. So now these Zealots are going to move around and try and get to a base that they know about. But there's a Templar here with no energy. EverEyes is scanning. He's looking at this, and now, yeah, Obsidian, Crane is going to go ahead and move in and try and take him down. This base on the right, we're going to have this High Templar trying to hide or something. We're watching as all those Zealots are being decimated. EverEyes is 3-3. Crane is 3-3-1 right now. Those Zealots are taking down all those SCVs, but EverEyes can now just kite these guys. Oh my god, he's got no health left on those Marauders. He needs medevac support now. This orbital command needs to be lifted too to try and keep that alive. But there is a storm on all those units. He might try and... No, he's not going to go ahead and commit to that. But we're going to see him pulling back the hurt Marauders. Hopefully, no, he's not going to. He's just going to keep these guys here and just kill off those units. But the Archon is now up, and that is scary. Archons do so much damage. We see the kiting is being quite effective, though. But has he still not... Okay, he knows that this is here now, but he knows it's also PF. He can't send those Zealots in there to try and take that down. But the Mules are helping a lot. And Crane has not been able to use his 5th base as of yet. And EverEyes is now ahead in the food count. How's the income? Income is in favor of EverEyes. Let's see, do we have... Are the forges upgraded? Ooh, that's not the button I want to hit. But the forge, we do see... Yeah, the +2 shields are being researched. I want to see DTs, actually, out of Crane. He could easily send in DTs over here and decimate that entire base if he wanted to. But now we're watching. EverEyes can easily take down this... why is he going for the pylons? He's going for the Nexus. There we go. Now he's going for the Nexus. This army is completely out of position for Crane. And EverEyes is doing a great job. He's going to go for a big drop inside the main once again. And I don't think Crane is going to anticipate that. He's got a good position with this army. He's getting them out of position, though, once again. And now EverEyes is going for this massive, massive drop. And we might just see Crane just try and take out this base or possibly blink in. Does he have blink? He does have blink. He can easily blink in. There we see the blink going down. Now we're seeing him going to push and attack, and EverEyes is going to... He could take down some of those Colossus... Actually, there's too many. There's too much DPS. We're going to see Pros getting picked off, and now we can see him lift off and retreat, which is exactly what he's going to be doing. The Stalkers do have blink. They're going to push forward. They're going to be able to pick off that one... medevac, and that's it, but it was empty. And I kind of wouldn't be surprised, actually. I want EverRise to actually get the ship plating to keep those medevacs alive for longer. It's something I don't really see people doing, but I think that would be amusing to have that happen. But we do see that his Vikings have that +2 attack, which is a pretty big deal against those Colossi right now. Crane has been able to remax once again, and is starting to get a little bit of a... That's a free pick-off. He's starting to get also a little bit of a bank, because he can't spend much of anything right now. And he's about to have his +2 shields done, as we can see from this forge. But EverRise has all of these ghosts here. If he can get some good EMPs, that'll help him out a lot. And I really like that he finally has the concussive shells. But Crane down here and is going to go for these 6 Colossi. He can take down this Planet Fortress. Oh, EverRise, start repairing. Never mind, too late. That's just going to die. Yeah, it's dead. We see the Vikings in a great position to go ahead and start taking down some of those Colossi, but EverRise got to pull them back. They're getting hit by Archons and everything. Looks like those Ghosts are cloaked right now, having a fun time sniping away at those Templar, going ahead and just killing off everything. But right now, EverRise is not maxed, and we're seeing that Crane is very much maxed. Now we're seeing Storm on his own Templar. That's a misclick if I've ever seen one. So Archons are not done. There's one guy that's got 90 shields, and that's it. EverRise is still mining. The problem is that Crane has got just more going on in terms of income. He's even still mining from his main, interestingly enough. But look at the probe count. It's 69 probes to 43 SCVs. There are some moves. Now we're going to watch as Blink, great Blink, going to move off and take down a couple of those Vikings. Now we're seeing a big concave out of EverRise down here. You can see how he's actually doing a great job of trying to get the right position, but he's in a choke, and EMP's landing, doing a good job with that. But now we're watching Storm, big Storm, hitting a lot of those Marauders. Nice Storm once again, continuing to hit a lot of those units, but there's the Storm hitting the Protoss units instead. But there's feedbacks, not going to be able to kill any of those with one shot on this medevac. And that thing's close to dying. Alright, so now we see this drop once again in the main. That doesn't matter, so we're just going to see a complete counter from Crane to be able to decimate this entire... All these guys are dead. Commander's going to die, and EverRise is looking like this may be the end of his StarCraft 2 birthday. He can actually go for his normal birthday stuff, but just quickly shout out to EverRise for a happy birthday, and his troubles with TVP. Terran Core might get picked off again, but there's the GG. So Crane is going to 2-0 EverRise and move on to the finals